We're here today, and it's really fitting that we're here in a school because we have this belief, and I say we, after I speak, Lieutenant Governor Barbara O'Brien is going to speak, and she used to run something called the Children's Campaign. And when I became governor, she became lieutenant governor, and we really made a commitment to looking at issues that could impact the quality of life of kids. So as much as some of you are in 8th grade, we still think of you as kids. And really for us, we start thinking about childhood issues before babies are even born. So it's the health of the mom. But then after that, it's health issues about the child, the baby. We start focusing on all the ways that we can improve the health situation of little children, of infants and babies. And so we have nurses that go into home and visit moms who might be what we call at risk. We've had legislation that we've signed into law that's about each child having what's called a medical home. So they have one physician that they can go and visit, and that physician pays attention to their issues. We've put in place programs for kids who are at risk to go to preschool, because we think kids who start learning earlier actually get ahead and stay ahead, and we can make sure that that's the case if we just focus on that. So we've done things that relate to the health issues for children, small children. We've done a lot of things that relate to our being able to educate those kids, and even in the child welfare system, we've had over the last year and a half a group of people helping me think about how we ensure that kids are safe. So this today is about hunger. And it's about childhood hunger. It's interesting, after I leave here, I'm going to the eastern plains of Colorado. It's a breadbasket out there with wheat farms and corn farms. There are great farming that happens in Colorado. It's one of our biggest industries. And yet in Colorado, there are kids who go to school hungry. And one of the things that we decided to do was make this a focus, because it lines up with all of these other things that we're doing that involve children's health issues and children's education, because hunger is a health issue. And you guys know that if you wind up going to school without eating breakfast, it makes it far more difficult to pay attention in class, which means it makes it more difficult to learn. Well, think about kids then who go to school hungry every day, that they don't learn as well every day. My wife and I lived in Zambia, and it's in the southern part of Africa, if you think of where the continent is, kind of the middle of the southern part. We lived there for 3 years, and we ran a nutrition program that was about childhood hunger. About 35% of kids who lived where we did, 35%, that's over 1 out of 3 kids, were either undernourished or malnourished. And so we were there to try and do what we could to address this nutrition issue. And now today, I think there's a group of partners here in Colorado that are doing the same thing. That we want to think about how we end the fact that kids in this state still go to school hungry. Recommendations for breakfast. Well, I said I was off a farm, and I used to say if it didn't oink or cluck before it got on the plate, it wasn't breakfast. But I have been corrected. Right? So it is nuts, it is fruit, it is wheat, all those good things, right, Dr. Washington? So I think eggs and those kinds of things, meat products are very healthy. They have a lot of protein, but I think you also have to have milk products, grain products, those kinds of things that help build fiber. And when you get sort of older, you pay a lot more attention to that, right? So yogurt and milk and cereal, water, those things are all good. Fruit.